Now let's get our arms around AR, or maybe things that shouldn't be AR, false credits, these kinds of things, or things that are AR but were written off, all of which you find when you start looking at accounts, charges, payments, and adjustments and flagging these things. So let's talk a little bit more about all of the different flagging and labeling that we've been doing to identify the different situations, some of which caused by auto posting. Let's talk about a few of those just to see if folks will recognize some of these in their data.
Well, so we were looking for the easy stuff first, right? Like, okay, we have small balance. Let's get some of these really old small balances out of the way. Well, it wasn't that easy because we had to make sure to rule, bucket whether they had traditional Medicare, Medicaid, commercial. So everything was very payer driven. That traditional Medicare is a huge driving criteria because bad debt for Medicare, you can isolate those and report those and get compensated for them. So it's not like you go in and just do a wipeout of anything old, anything small. The other thing is like, oh gosh, the
There are a lot of COVID
we were
vaccines, I think, in there that we were having to clear the air on those as well.
on the what? I'm sorry.
On the COVID vaccine ones, a
COVID,
bunch
yes,
of
during the COVID
thousands.
years. Okay, we're going to get to the real actual. That one was like the easiest, right? It's during the COVID time span, they had a campaign of COVID testing, and we would go in and see that insurance never paid these. There was an agreement that patient would never get a bill. So if they got paid, didn't get paid, didn't matter. That was an easy wipeout. For any COVID tests that were done between here and here, aged, we're just going to clean them up.
Yeah.
That one, yes. The, you know, credit balance, severe amount of credit balance. We thought, you know what, let's go in and look. Are these really because of double payments, overpayments, or are they from contractual adjustments done for the primary when they paid and then the secondary came behind it? What are the reasons for them? That became a little more complicated. Like if I were to bring in a 2 or 3 temporary people to come in and go, hey, clean up the credit balances. We really got to get some refunds back out, and we need to see what's a common problem so we can stop it. I know when you bring in a new person that's used to doing things one way, but you do it a different way. So a new person is causing some extra work too. And I tell John all the time, it's the daily fires that really keep you from getting to what you started to do. It's like, oh yeah, I have a project. I'm going to work on this week. Well, you really never get to it because a new fire has started.
Yeah.
But so let's say you have, 2 or 3 people that's going to come in for the summer and like, teach me, I'll do it. It wasn't so easy. There were few things that we could say, this, I'm going to give you the 4 steps you have to take. But when we tried to identify some of the bigger credit balance issues, we could not find a consistent pattern. It took human judgment call on every single one. Well, this one had 2 or 3 things wrong with it. This one, it depends. It depends on the class. I'm going to have to go out to the clearinghouse and look at the remit. Pause for a second and I'll be right back. I'm going to go look. So then you come back and it's like, well, what'd you find? Oh, it wasn't posted right. And our clearinghouse may say this, but really if you go to the payer, the remit really said this. So there's another layer of discrepancy, contradictions. So there was that. So yes, it was like, we would love for some type of automated way or a temporary person that you're going to pay, reasonable amount to spend 40 hours to clean up. It'd be nice to be able to say you can do those things all the time, but no, you do have to have a human in the loop. It's going to definitely have to be managed well by someone to identify, okay, this set's safe to do, this let's look into further. And that's That's kind of
Yeah.
where we're at with some of those.